Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's go time. How many games from PS4 Pro and Xbox are going to be ported over to the Nintendo Switch 2? That is the question everyone has. Good morning. Here we go. Partner Showcase. What's that anime game?
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm. 15 years later, its survivors are living peacefully. But the threat of another cosmic storm is coming up fast.
Orbitals, yeah!
Maki and Omura, two young explorers, must now brave galactic dangers and save all that's left of their home.
This looks cool.
Teamwork is key in this two-player co-op adventure. You'll need a few tools to survive. The scrap hook grabs and moves platforms so you can carve a path forward. The liquid launcher blasts water to activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surfaces.
Very cool.
And the beam cannon fires a stream of super hot heat to destroy obstacles, open doors, and more. Use the tools together, and you might discover unexpected solutions to puzzles. While exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With GameShare, two players can adventure together locally or online if one person has the game. Can these two brave explorers save their home? Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this summer.
Alright, I was hoping for sooner, but it still looks good.
Hello everyone! Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. What you just saw was Orbitals, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. We hope you're looking forward to this intergalactic co-op puzzle adventure.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Sizzle reel. Greetings to all watching Nintendo Direct. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. What I'm about to reveal is a particular tale that takes place in a certain bay area in Japan. We have prepared a video for you. Please take a look.
In the waters of Issei Bay, on an island where legends of mermaids have been passed down, a tale of mysteries and curses stirs. The latest Paranormite mystery adventure is coming to the Nintendo Switch system. The story follows Yuza Minakuchi, a boy who works as a pearl diver. One day, while gathering on the seafloor, he encounters another version of himself.
Whoa.
This phenomenon is just the beginning. Soon, other strange incidents begin to plague the island. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for treasure, and a housewife investigating victims of drowning. Speaking to those involved is a natural part of the investigation, but you'll also need to search deep within the waters of Issei Bay.
So they basically brought back the detective series.
As each of their motives intertwine, the story connects to the mermaid legend told centuries ago. Paranormite, The Mermaid's Curse, launches on
February
Nintendo
19th.
Switch, February 19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Battle for World Glory.
Of course, yeah, they're gonna bring this.
A A new Captain Tsubasa game is kicking its way onto Nintendo Switch. Choose from a roster of over 110 characters, representing 22 teams. Score with powerful shots from the original work, as well as newly added special moves that give passes, blocks, dribbles, and tackles a boost.
Captain Tsubasa
Go on the offensive against elite competitors as you aim for victory. Gear up for sensational soccer action when Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year. Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games
oh, those
that will
were
also
Switch
be available
1 games?
on Nintendo Switch.
Ouch.
A life or death fight for survival begins.
Okay.
It was a normal day until a cave-in befell the city of Tokyo. As the dust settles, our protagonist, Anne, discovers an underground world deep below the metropolis. But she's not alone. Creatures called Xeno populate the unknown
Everybody
expanse.
loves the dinosaurs.
If you're found by a Xeno, it's game over.
Well, that's not...
Fighting is not an option, so quick thinking and decision-making are vital to your survival. Analyze their patterns and find the best route to make your escape. Activate traps in each area to lure and ensnare any stalking Xeno.
Oh!
By using GameShare, up to 4 players can share controls, including Anne's movement and camera adjustments. Whether locally or online, coordinating with your friends is key to making it out alive. Survive the subterranean depths in Tokyo Scramble. Launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2, February 11th.
Interesting.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay, that could be a possibility.
Awaken your Viking spirit.
I might look at that.
Battle, build, and conquer in this massive survival game. How you go about it is entirely up to you.
This is a Switch 2 game? Looks terrible.
You could start by gathering materials around the woods. Fashion a bow and arrows to hunt wildlife and prepare meals. With an axe, you can chop trees to build a house. Yikes, don't get hit by falling trees.
This is a Switch game, right? Not a Switch 2 game, because it looks horrible.
Build pillars, install beams, construct walls, make the roof, and even add a fireplace. Now you're safe, even from the cold. Wait, is this ventilated? Don't forget the chimney too. By upgrading your crafting stations, you can make items of higher quality. And once you've built a ship, set sail on the high seas to reach new lands and create even more strongholds. Plus, up to 10 players online can explore this vast world
So it's
together.
a Viking game, but with really bad graphics.
Now, go forth and survive in Valheim, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
Oh,
Find your way forward in these games.
both Switch and Switch 2 games.
Return to the kingdom of Hollow Nest and fight back the infection in this upgraded modern classic. Dodge, dash,
Switch 2
and
edition of
slash
Hollow
through
Knight,
this
okay.
2D action-adventure platformer, now with enhanced visuals and improved frame rates on Nintendo Switch 2. Equip charms to enhance your abilities and deal magic damage using upgradable spells while exploring the vast, interconnected map. Descend into a world of insects and heroes when Hollow Knight Nintendo Switch 2 Edition launches on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Nintendo
that
Switch
needs
2
to come
players who
out
have Hollow
quicker.
Knight on Nintendo Switch can upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition for free.
There you
with the
go.
upgrade pack.
If you guys already have Hollow Knight on Switch, you can
eFootball,
upgrade it for free.
Reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Build out your club, sign legendary players, and compete in tournaments
Why
around
does
the
it look so
globe
blurry?
in World Tour mode. Join an exciting competition where national teams face off every 4 years in the International Cup Tournament. Or play with friends locally or online to prove who's at the top of their game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when eFootball Kickoff launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. Travel through 4 ages in a brand new HD 2D action RPG.
We're getting Adventures of Elliot. There you go.
Explore the age of safekeeping, the hero Elliot's own time. The age of reconstruction, when humans nearly went extinct. The age of magic, a time when spells flourished. And the age of budding, the birth of human civilization. In each age, the scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain time periods. A story spanning time will soon begin. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system, June 18th. Have a blast with Super Bomberman games from the Super NES era.
Ooh.
Play the first Super Bomberman through to the culmination of the series, Super Bomberman 5, including titles previously unreleased worldwide. The Famicom versions of Bomberman and Bomberman 2 are also included. Plus, there's a brand new Boss Rush mode, as well as game share support.
My wife loves Bomberman.
Super Bomberman Collection launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, wow.
The unknown
really?
Continues. The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow. We don't have to wait several
In
years?
pursuit of his arch nemesis Sephiroth, Cloud Strife and his comrades escape the city of Midgar and embark on a journey across the vast world. Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies, in a buggy, or other modes of transportation.
I didn't think Switch
Team up
2 could
with
handle
allies in
Rebirth.
battles,
I guess we'll find out.
blending action and strategy. If you'd like to focus on the story, there's also a boost function to make combat easier. You'll also find various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
You're mine.
And as you interact with your allies, their affinity toward you will grow and impact how the story unfolds. What fate awaits Cloud and his crew in their pursuit of Sephiroth? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launches on Nintendo Switch
All right.
2, June 3rd. Pre-orders begin.
Nice job,
today on
Nintendo.
Nintendo
Okay,
eShop.
that I give you props for that. That game's not that old. Way to go.
Vitals stable. Awakening subject.
Pragmata,
While
this is new.
investigating a lunar research station, an injury befalls spacefarer Hugh Williams. With him is Diana, an android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Classified as unauthorized intruders, the two are targeted by the station AI, which sends enemy bots
Yeah,
after them.
Pragmata is relatively new, isn't it?
Come on, gun work.
These bots have near impenetrable armor.
I think I can help.
But with Diana's hacking skills, you can break down their defenses.
Initiating hack.
What the heck was that?
By moving the cursor through panels toward the green goal, you can hack the enemy bots.
There's no time to explain. Shoot now.
Once their weak points are exposed, fire away.
I hacked it.
Depending on the nodes you pass through, you can modify the damage and effects of a hack.
Interesting.
Each split-second decision can change the outcome of battle.
Nintendo's actually getting a game that comes out with everybody else. That's good, Switch 2. Not bad.
Energy levels
What truths will the two find in this AI-controlled lunar station?
So it's not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Still probably gonna play this on PS5 though.
Yeah, baby. We did it! This is how we say, good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey? Pragmata launches
Not
on
bad.
Nintendo Switch
I'm still
2,
covering it on
April
PS5 though.
24th. A demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. We hope you're looking forward to fast-paced combat and exploration with a unique combination of hacking and shooting. Let's continue with more headlines.
15 minutes left.
Journey to the Lost Lands. Become a legendary Turok warrior in this intergalactic action shooter.
Turok Origins.
To stop an alien threat from destroying all human life, you'll journey solo or with a team of warriors online and battle all sorts of primal creatures in ferocious combat. Swap between first-person and third-person perspectives as you unleash weapons, melee attacks, and special abilities to devastate foes. Extract DNA from fallen enemies and the environment to upgrade your arsenal, evolve your mantle, and unlock even more abilities called Echo Sinks to gain a greater edge in combat.
This is an upcoming release too.
As you venture across breathtaking worlds, you'll unravel the mysteries that ultimately hold the key to saving humanity. Turok Origins.
We have a release
launches
date
on
now,
Nintendo
fall
Switch
2026.
2
Okay.
This fall. Uncover the truth of Xanadu.
Surprised they don't have Marvel Rivals yet.
In a Japan where Kyoto is the capital, another world exists that's encroaching on our own. A world where monsters roam free. A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat as he joins Hirosaka Academy, a school for gifted students. The Academy's goal? Conquer Xanadu, the great labyrinth rumored to be the origin of this other world. While traversing the labyrinth, hone your abilities and reshape the terrain to expand the range of your
No,
exploration.
it's a Dead Cells game.
Then, take on dangerous enemies in 3D action RPG combat. Use your powers to overcome foes.
Actually, this looks kind of cool.
Outside the labyrinth, improve your stats. And spend time with your friends as you prepare to conquer Xanadu. The battle between man and monster begins. Discover the truth when Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems this
No, don't
summer.
release it simultaneously on both.
Check out these anime-style games.
I like anime. Let's go. What do you got?
It's time
Digimon.
to evolve in the latest Digimon story game. One day, a powerful blast causes the world to collapse.
Switch is getting the
and
upcoming
sends
Digimon
you
game.
8 years into the past. With over 450 Digimon to collect, adventure through the human world and digital
Unless
world
this already came
to
out.
save the future. And on Nintendo Switch 2, you can select Quality Mode, playing in 4K at 30 frames per second, or Performance Mode, playing in full HD at 60 frames per second. Digimon Story Time Stranger launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems July 10th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. An adventure set high in the sky is soaring in. Form your party from a roster of over
Ooh,
20
Granblue.
characters, each with their own fighting style. Channel the power of teamwork and summon mighty
I
primal
might
beasts
be interested
to
in doing
vanquish
this.
your enemies. You can also team up in local or online multiplayer. Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 9th.
Okay. All right. Not bad.
The latest Monster Hunter Stories game is flying in. Your monster allies, called Monsties, can learn special abilities through a ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your Monsties as you travel the world. The lands lie on the brink of disaster. Monsters are on the verge of extinction. And the riders trying to save the world will have to contend with an even greater threat. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th.
March 13th, good.
A demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased. New titles are joining the archives.
Ridge Racer, probably.
Rave Racer, published by Namco in 1995, speeds into the Arcade Archives 2 lineup. Aim for first place in a race against your rivals. And get ready for a new line of home console titles. Console Archives is on the way.
Wait, what?
Doraemon.
Excited for a brief second.
Sonic Wings Special. And more will be released over time.
Okay.
The first wave of console archives titles includes Cool Borders.
Cool Borders, that was a PlayStation
and
series.
Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Ninja Gaiden 2 on NES.
These titles will be available on Nintendo Switch 2 later
Oh,
today.
Cool Borders, okay. I might do that one. I'm not doing Ninja Gaiden again. Okay, we are getting Scott Pilgrim EX confirmed. Okay. Okay, we are getting another Eden. Reanimal? Why horror games on my birthday month? Stop that. Star Trek Voyager. Star Trek Voyager XCOM. Switch 2 edition for Disney Dreamlight Valley, March 25th. They didn't say if it's a free upgrade or not. I don't like card-based games. Goat Simulator 3, April 1st. April Fool's Day, Goat Simulator. Funny.
Wake up, little June.
Why are you hiding?
Let's make some noise.
Tales of Arise. May 22nd. Okay.
We found another body.
Yep, Resident
Your
Evil.
eyes on the crime scene.
When a string of mysterious deaths occurs across America, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft is captured by the suspect while investigating the case.
What did you do to me?
In her attempt to escape, Grace comes up against unknown threats. A limited supply of healing items and ammunition are at her disposal. Will she confront the threats head-on, or save her ammo for the next encounter? For Grace, impending doom is always close at hand. Meanwhile, another agent working for an anti-bioterrorism organization is also on the case.
Yeah, boy.
Leon S. Kennedy.
6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
With his physical prowess, Leon can parry an opponent's attack, then strike to break the stunned opponent's stance in close quarters combat. He can fire from a distance using handguns and rifles, or use an enemy's weapon against them. Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal. This game features both third-person and first-person camera perspectives.
Nice!
And you can change your perspective at any time. There are multiple difficulty options available, including a mode for less experienced players that features aim assist.
Yeah,
Guide Grace as she attempts to escape unprecedented terrors, and Leon, who relies on strength to carve his own path. What will they discover when their fates intertwine? Resident Evil Requiem launches on the Nintendo Switch 2
Probably
system
still do that on
February
PS5.
27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil Village will also be available the same day.
Why would you do it the
Horror-filled
same
excitement
day? That takes away
awaits
sales
whether
from
you
the
play
game.
these games or Resident Evil Requiem first. Plus, a Nintendo
order
Switch
Requiem
2 Pro
first. Even
controller
though these other games are coming out the same
original
day,
art is releasing
get the new
alongside the
game
games.
instead.
Amiibo figures of Grace and Leon will also be available this summer. You can scan them to receive in-game weapon skins. Resident Evil Requiem, the latest entry in the Resident Evil series, is launching later this month. You can also look forward to a creator's voice video featuring a member of the Resident Evil Requiem development team. The video will release in the near future. Next is our last announcement.
Hey everybody, from all of us here at Bethesda Game Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo has meant so much to you from your early days of gaming to now. It was incredible for us to partner on the original Switch, and it was just such a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited to finally bring a number of our franchises for the first time to Nintendo. We hope you all enjoy the journey.
Vault Dwellers, welcome home. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is emerging on Nintendo Switch 2. Scavenge, shoot, build, and create
Fallout 4 was
alliances
so good.
as you reshape the wasteland and what remains of civilization. Every choice matters. Fancy yourself a smooth talker or pining to pump up your power armor? Choose from hundreds of perks that fit your playstyle. Every road leads somewhere new, from the heart of Diamond City to the shadowy corners of forgotten vaults. The Commonwealth is packed with stories waiting to be uncovered. In addition to the base game, experience 6 official expansions and over 150 Creation Club items to expand your adventure. Grab your Pip-Boy and traverse the wasteland in Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, launching on Nintendo Switch 2, February 24th.
A few days before
Pre-orders begin later
Resident
today
Evil?
on Nintendo eShop. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are on the hunt for an ancient power, and only one person can stop them.
I really liked this game.
Embark on a globe-trotting cinematic adventure in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, Indy will journey around the world to uncover the mystery behind the Great Circle. From the pyramids of Giza to the sunken temples of Sukhothai and beyond, use your wits to infiltrate historic areas and solve fiendish puzzles. Or use your whip to face off against dangerous foes and explore a world full of daring escapes and unforgettable encounters.
Watch out!
Adventure calls when Indiana Jones and the Great Circle launches on Nintendo Switch 2, May 12th. Pre-orders begin later today
Two-year-old game.
on Nintendo eShop. Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil in The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion Remastered. Experience this renowned open-world RPG now on a Nintendo system for the first time. Freely customize your character to match your playstyle. Then adventure amongst an unforgettable cast of characters.
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tambriel as her ruler.
And fight back the
Daedra this was on PlayStation
the
last
jaws
year.
Of Oblivion. Master ranged or melee weapons. Wield powerful magic, or use stealth skills to best your foes. In this remastered version, character models, weapons, even rocks and sweet rolls have all been meticulously recreated. Combat animations have also been updated to give them a modernized touch. Plus, the Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine expansions are included alongside the main story to take your adventure even further. Step through the gates once more when The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion Remastered launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
No release date.
We hope you're excited for these games from Bethesda Softworks. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so how does Amber usually do this? She rewinds and talks about stuff, or like what? Noticing some choppiness? Yeah, I mean, it could do with, it's funny they're bringing Ninja Gaiden 2 back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you for watching. Yeah. It was... They kicked things off with what? I have some thoughts. Actually, some of this stuff wasn't bad. This has me really interested. I like this orbital thing.
Deep in space, a research station was
I love the visuals. I like the premise. It's coming out later this year, though. I would have loved this. This would have been a great game to have released like in the spring. Yeah, Amber goes back and she rewatches. Does she talk to you guys or what? Because I'm not my wife. I don't do these directs very much because I sleep during the day usually. Usually. I mean, for the most part, it's what I expected it to be. You know, there was a lot of ports, but there was some surprising stuff with this. That was disappointing. The archives of Bomberman were your niches. No From Software, Dusk must be heavily delayed, and the Elden Ring must be really poorly. Yeah, Elden Ring was supposed to come too. Exactly. We haven't heard anything about Elden Ring. Concerning. I'll tell you what, that Final Fantasy reveal, I've been joking around doing the Final Fantasy remake. It's like, they'll get to Rebirth in a couple years. They're actually jumping on the Rebirth thing right away, which is actually pretty good, because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is not that old. Like, it's about 2 years old now, I think. And came out, oh wait, no, is it 3 years now? It's 3 years old. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out in 2023, did it not? Something like that? Or was it 2024? It's still relatively new. It's an incredibly ambitious game.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
Since they said, though, I will tell you something I'm thinking about. They just said that they have a mode that gives you better experience. I am tempted, if there's no other games coming out, to stream Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the Switch 2 and just go through the story and stuff like that if I don't have to worry about the XP stuff. The XP grinding was so irritating on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to the point where I started to hate the game. Like, it took forever to grind. Which was just, it was really annoying. Like, Final Fantasy Remake, grinding, like, was not too much of a chore. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you had to do all the side quests, you had to do all the Chadley stuff, and even the XP gain that you got was pathetic. That, like, half the time I was doing the series, I was just complaining and angry. So if there's a way to replay that, like, on a New Game Plus feature where you have better optimized experience gains, then yeah, I would totally do that again. That way I can enjoy the game, like, a bit more than I did. So, that's pretty interesting that they're actually doing this. This game doesn't really interest me that much, and it's kind of weird for me that they would do a quote-unquote partner showcase of Nintendo Switch 1 games when they've been promoting this as a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and they snuck in several Switch 1 games. I mean, no offense to Nintendo, but nobody cares about Switch 1 anymore. Switch 1 had its time in the sun. It's over, and most people are looking forward to what the Switch 2 has to offer. But when you keep popping in these Switch 1 games that, you know, aren't really going to do well, and in fact, they don't even have any Switch 2. Look at that. It has no Switch 2 like port for it. There's no enhanced edition at all. It's just a regular detective game. And then this is the interesting one. The Captain Tsubasa thing, the sequel, this should be for Switch 2, not Switch 1. Like, that to me is a weird decision, that they're like, okay, we're bringing the sequel to Switch, but we're not putting it on Switch 2. It's like, why? The Switch 2 would benefit from the better visuals, the better frame rate, and all this other stuff. So you're going to bring the Tsubasa 2, but you're not going to have the Switch 2 version. See, that one, that's weird for me. I'm kind of like, okay, why? Why would you do that? Captain Tsubasa, like, so many people love the soccer game. Why wouldn't you bring the best one to Switch too? Like, it's weird. I don't get their mindset with that, you know? It's like, what? This I'm interested in. Resident Evil Dinos with Tokyo Scramble. I think I'm gonna, like, at least do a few streams on this. I like the idea of running away from dinosaurs trying to eat me. That's kind of funny. So I may do that. May do that. It's basically Resident Evil with dinosaurs. No gun though. So you have no guns. But the visuals don't look that good from what I'm seeing. This looks like an early PS4 game. It doesn't have like enough quality to it. It looks very washed. But I like the premise of running away from the dinosaurs. That's kind of fun. Besides, if it can run both, why not? Then again, my niches are older games. Switch 2 hasn't been selling well. Nintendo hasn't been giving third-party devs the Switch 2 dev kits, and Nintendo is barely doing any first-party Switch 2 content. That is true, Crimson. I would agree with that. It has all the focus on anime football, now 4 months, and it's the top 10 Switch game in Japan. I only care because I'm poor, and I can't buy the Switch 2. I'm sorry. The reason why you haven't finished Rebirth yet is the terrible XP. I know, right? The only reason I finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is because I was doing it as a stream series. It really irritated me how long it took to level up. You know, because your what is it? Your max level in Rebirth is level 70, isn't it? It's either 70 or 75. Max level in Final Fantasy VII Remakes is 50. But, like, and I like all the additional story and stuff that you can do to get better relationships with your cast and things like that. But just jumping through all the different side missions in order to level up was just, it wasn't a smart decision on their part, because Final Fantasy VII Remake allowed you to level up fighting bosses, doing side quests, and doing some additional stuff. Whereas most of the XP gain is in all the ridiculous side missions. And if you don't do the side missions, you're not going to level up. And then you're going to be faced with, like, insane, insurmountable odds against bosses that are going to completely wash you. That's one of the things I hated about Remake. I didn't mind all the additional side story content, you know? Like getting to know the characters and hearing more dialogue and doing more stuff in the game and really feeling that, you know, big open world of Midgar and all that other stuff. But what I couldn't stand is that it wasn't optional. Like, and if I wanted to go and spend time grinding, fighting monsters, it amounted to nothing. That's what I didn't like about Rebirth. And that's why Remake is still my favorite. But with the Switch 2 version coming out, they said that they have an XP system built in to help you, like, gain levels faster. And they also have, like, some other modes that will make, you know, playing the game a lot more enjoyable. So that, to me, is an enticing option because, you know, I was whining half the time because the game really pissed me off. I had to put in, like, I think I did 175 hours of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and most of that was finding out ways to just level up my characters. So I was really angry. So to be able to go through that game and not, like, you know, have animosity toward it and just, like, really enjoy the story and soak that in, I'm considering doing that again on Switch 2. I'm considering it. It all depends how, you know, packed my plate is this summer, you know? But I am impressed that Square would bring Final Fantasy VII Rebirth over so quickly. You know, that's good that they're doing that. That way Nintendo players get to experience it, and, you know, I guess we'll see what happens when Final Fantasy VII, you know, Part 3 comes out. Like, how long will it take Switch 2 to get that? You know?
Travel through 4 ages in a brand new 2D action RPG. Explore the age of safekeeping, the hero Elliot's own time. The age of reconstruction.
You think Nintendo opened up the door to crazies for that stuff? The only problem is, like, I agree to some extent, but they made a promise in 2013 that they would be more inclusive. The game has heavily been in development during the pandemic era, you know, and there are a lot of Switch 2 games right now, and just games in general, where there's an option for male and female. They're getting rid of the Type 1, they're getting rid of the Type 2. You know, Nintendo is behind the times. So for Nintendo to do that with Tamagotchi, it's not that big a deal, as long as they don't continue to do it, you know, and catch up with the rest of the game industry again. But the game's been in development for so long, and when older games are being worked on and the public interest, like, the public interest is shying away from that stuff. You can already see it, like, all over the place. Like, to include that stuff in your game is, like, to ruin your game. Like, it's going away. The backlash that they got for Code Vein 2 is, like, really snuffing the developer that released that, because they were expecting, like, a lot of people that bought Code Vein 1 that would be on board for the sequel, and the sequel's not doing well at all. Because they, you know, they tried to appease Western audiences. This one is surprising. This makes me happy to some extent. And it doesn't look choppy at all. That's the thing. I was expecting, like, this one to look like, you know, because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a very beefy graphical game. And it's an open world, too, right? So it has more stuff going to it. And I don't even, like, they didn't say this was Switch 2 footage, though. Uh-oh. What happened now? Something went wrong. Of course something went wrong. Why wouldn't it go wrong? How do I get back? Grr. Nintendo Direct official. I hate when live streams cut off like that. It's so annoying. Well, not live streams. The live feed gets canceled, you know. Ah, there it is. Wait, that's me. That doesn't help things. That's me. That's not going to help. That's not going to help me at all. Oh, I think I know what happened. They killed the feed. I think that's what happened. I think they were like, you can't watch back the stream anymore because we've uploaded it. I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like, I was watching back the stream. They probably shut off the stream. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. This is a big win for Nintendo, I have to say, because this game was very ambitious. Much, much bigger than Final Fantasy VII Remake. But, you know, playing through Remake right now, the Switch 2 handles it fine. But again, it's like almost a 6-year-old game. This is a recent game. So I'd be very surprised to see how Switch 2 can handle this game. Like, are they going to cut corners? Like, what are they going to do? You know? Because there's a lot of stuff to this game, like the teamwork moves and the very expansive summoning and things like that. This is the game to see if Switch 2 can handle it. Because, like, the Final Fantasy Remake series in general, like, they really go all out with the visual department, you know? Like, they really push the hardware. So, how well is this 3-year-old game going to do this summer? That's my curiosity. And this was a much longer game than Final Fantasy VII Remake as well. Like, this was Rebirth was huge. I think I did, like, 45 live streams of it. And each live stream was at least, like, 3 hours long. So it was a big game. It was meaty, you know? This is Pragmata, of course, and it's coming out later this year by Capcom. There's a demo available today if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But there's been a demo available, like, on the other consoles. Looking forward to the Digimon game. Some people are. I hope they update the other versions with story-focused difficulty for Switch 2 will have. Yeah, that would be cool, John. Will you ever cover a Digimon game? I don't know. All depends on time. This is the only game that looks interesting, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Code Vein is really good. The character creator is extremely expansive. Doraemon. What about Doraemon? Doraemon NES has never been in America before. That was a big surprise. True. I guess Square Enix is saving Remake Part 3 for the next day to play. I don't know. They don't have the PS5 Pro power to get the adaptive 4K 60 frames. That's true. Final Fantasy VII Remake was a constant 120 frames per second. Rebirth, on the other hand, was around 70 to 80 frames. So you're right. Yeah. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like on the Switch 2. Like, what corners did they cut? Like, how did they do it? Did they, like, utilize a different engine that's on those other consoles? Because Remake looked... not Remake. Rebirth looked amazing. Remake does not look bad. Like, I was waiting for Remake to have choppy problems and being like, oh, man, there's no way that this game can play on the Switch 2, right? But I've been enjoying the game tremendously. I haven't had any major problems that I can think of. There's been no crashes. There's been no problems with the summonings. There's been no problems with the way that I do combat. You know, how I explore things, how I push, like, the hardware. Not once has the system crashed at all. But again, you know, it's a 5-year-old game. You know. But to me, that's kind of cool because even though it's a 5-year-old game, games like Arkham Knight and Final Fantasy VII, they really push the graphical capabilities of the PlayStation. You know, especially the PS4, PS4 Pro. So to see, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake play pretty good on the Switch 2 is actually great. But I haven't actually done it in dock mode, so I haven't seen HD... Or, not dock. In hybrid mode, I haven't seen it in HDR at all. Like, so I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. It's really interesting that they're bringing Turok, though. Turok is a game that's coming out on all consoles, like, later this year. And this one's surprising that this would come to Switch 2. It's even more interesting to me that they still haven't, like, NetEase still hasn't brought Marvel Rivals to the Switch 2. When I believe that Marvel Rivals could play on Switch 2. Hi Naomi, how you doing this morning? And thank you again to Miss Deanna and Naomi for doing super chats on the stream. This stream will be copyrighted by Nintendo, so and their partners. Thank you very much for providing revenue early this morning. God bless you. We're doing a recap of what happened and talking about it, and, you know, saying some people in the chat are like, wow, this Direct sucked. Some people are like, wow, they've got some, you know, meaty games coming from other consoles that are coming out this year, like Turok, and you've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you've got the Pragmata and stuff like that. And Truth of Xanadu, I believe, is new too, like Kyoto Xanadu. I'm curious about this one. I like the idea of like 2D and 3D being like merged together. Also, you know, I'm a sucker for anime games. But it's interesting to me that Zenless Zone Zero and Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, none of those are getting Switch 2 ports. You know? I also thought they would have announced Solo Leveling too, but Solo Leveling is having a lot of problems on, you know, Steam and stuff like that, so they haven't really talked about the Xbox or PlayStation versions of the game at all. But this type of game looks like it's right up my alley. I like the 2D aspect, and then I like going into 3D combat. I also like the dating sim stuff. I like how they level up. I like the cutesy characters. This looks really interesting to me. Like, this is a type of game that, you know, I would really like to play, personally. Whether or not I get a chance to play it, I don't know. But this is more of, like, you know, up my alley. This summer. No Rivals, no Tekken 8, no Kingdom Hearts Collection. Turok the franchise that seems to keep coming back somehow. I know, right? No Rare Replay, nope. If you like RPGs, this was for you, yep. Oh, I love RPGs. No Fatal Fury City of the Wolves either. I know! Sorry when you say Xanadu, I think the 80s movie and song. No worries. I swear this already came out though, didn't it? Like the Digimon game, wasn't this a 2025 game? Or am I mistaken? I remember a lot of trailers and stuff for Pokemon Time Stranger last year. Did it come out, or is it still not available yet? Like, is this an upcoming release, or is this a sloppy seconds? I love Granblue Fantasy. I'm curious about this one. I was doing this stupid Suicide Squad when the first game in this franchise came out. So I missed out on it, but I would be curious about doing this one. Yeah, it came out last year. Okay, so it's about a year old. It came out in October, and it's fantastic. So that's not bad. It's about like a 7 or 8 month difference. That's not too bad. And of course, we're getting Monster Hunter in March. So next month, I will be covering this game in March. So I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. We'll be doing, I've done Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2. And I've done the remake of Monster Hunter Stories as well, like on Switch. From DS or something like, or 3DS. So this is a no-brainer that I would do Monster Hunter. No-brainer. Digimon Time Stranger. Pokemon wishes it had a game as good as Time Stranger. Ouch. Yep, Monster Hunter Stories 3. Totes. That was... that what I was waiting for. The Arcade Archives doesn't look all that impressive, though. I usually like the Arcade Archives. Like, nothing here screams like I'm interested. Except for the fact that they're getting PlayStation Archives, console archives, is interesting to me because Cool Borders was not on Nintendo consoles. Cool Borders was like the PlayStation alternative to the far superior 1080 snowboarding. Changed my mind. But 1080 snowboarding on the N64 was so much better than Cool Borders. The only thing Cool Borders had going for it with its like very pixelized graphics was you could do more tricks. But the game was always choppier and compared to like the more like detailed version of the 1080 snowboarding franchise. But unfortunately the 1080 boarding franchise was so like meaty that we only ever got 2 games. After the GameCube, we never got another 1080, and Cool Borders went on for a little while. But Sony popped out a lot of Cool Borders games. Because the Cool Borders games, all they had going for them was awesome tricks. They also gave you more stages for you to snowboard on, but like if you really looked at the stages that was in Cool Borders, they all look the same. It was just like, oh, you have a different mountain you can go through, and the mountain will get a little bit more intense, but it was the same mountain that you were going down. Whereas 1080 snowboarding, they changed the mountains that you would snowboard down. The difference was, like, the mountains were all, like, there weren't that many of them, and the mountains were incredibly challenging. Whereas the Cool Border Mountains, they had, like, 20 stages, but it was essentially the same stage with a different background and a couple obstacles. But the core aspect of Cool Borders that I remember was all the tricks you could do. It was basically like playing, like, Tony Hawk's Skateboarder, but, like, with snow. So it was more trick ambitious than 1080, but 1080 was, for me, it was a more fun snowboarding game. It had better graphics, better music, better attention to detail, and the Cool Borders games, they, like, released a new one, like, almost every year on the original PlayStation. So it's cool to me that we are getting PlayStation console games over to the new console archives. That's cool, because it means Nintendo, at least new Nintendo, is open to bringing over PlayStation experiences for, you know, people who probably didn't experience it if they owned an N64 or a GameCube or a Super Nintendo. So we'll probably see more of that stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if we actually get something like Twisted Metal down the road or something like that. You know, like those classic, maybe even, oh, what was the name of that racing game? Tales of Rise, yeah. What was the name of that racing game? The Jet one, I can't remember. It was a PlayStation exclusive.
We found another body.
What was the name of that one?
On the crime scene.
Jet something. It was PlayStation's version of Wave Race, but different. It was futuristic. Help me out, guys. I can't remember. It had all the commercials with the grandma. PlayStation Get In, Get Out, something like that. I can't remember. Crap. I can't recall the name of it. All the Twisted Metal games are... I can't see. Are on PSN now. Nice kitty cat. Thank you. Yeah, she's a good kitty. When she wants to be. When she wants to be, she's a good cat. Ah, this is driving me crazy. I can't remember the name of it. It's not Wave Race, it's the PlayStation version, and it's like futuristic. Crap, what is the name of it? I can see the game, I can see the commercials, but I can't remember the name of the game. It was a really fun racing game, too. Jet Moto, thank you. Yeah. So with these console archives, we could get Jet Moto, we could get Twisted Metal, all kinds of stuff. Because it looks like Sony is willing to be like, hey, remember these old PlayStation games? Well, now you can buy them as part of the console archives. Because Cool Borders was a PlayStation exclusive, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Jet Moto. How old is Zelda? Zelda's 10 years old. Actually, yeah. No, she's officially 10 years old. We got her in 2016, so she's 10. Link is 4, Zelda's 10. Link won't sit still enough to be on camera. Zelda was able to be looped sitting still. Are we getting DDoSed already? Why? Boo. Spider-Man. What's going on with Spider-Man? 30 animated series. Oh, the comic book. The comic book does not count. Doing a comic book and giving closure to the series doesn't work that way. You needed to make a cartoon. That's unacceptable. Alright, we're getting DDoS, guys and gals. One sec. Of course we are. I didn't even do anything today that I think of. Are we back? Are we back? We back? We back? We back? Are we here? Are we here now?
Requiem launches on the Nintendo
February 27th. Birthday month.
Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo.
Your controller batteries are low. Story of my life.
Biohazard and Resident Evil Village will also be available this
Yeah, but why would you release them the same day?
excitement awaits whether you play
Why?
games or Resident Evil Requiem first. Plus,
I
a
don't
Nintendo
get.
Switch 2 Pro controller featuring original art is releasing alongside the games.
I mean, that does look pretty dope. I only have one Switch 2 Pro controller too. I only have one.
You can scan them to receive in-game weapon skins.
Wait. So amiibos now give you weapons? Like weapon skins, but not... I guess that's okay. I don't like it when they lock content behind the amiibos. It's kind of annoying.
You can also look forward to a creator's voice
Woo.
featuring a
It's Nintendo. You criticize their direct. Yeah, I do that. Oh, it's Nintendo. Nintendo's DDoSing me?
From all of us here at Bethesda Game Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo has meant so much to you from your early days of gaming to now. It was incredible for us.
What is a DDoS? Denial of service attack. It's a cyber attack.
Such a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited.
And cyber attack used to disrupt and, you know, make you have a bad reputation streaming so nobody comes and watches your stream. It's a way of silencing people you don't like. Only fringe groups do it. Gamers used to DDoS people to like mess up their gameplay, like in things like Quake and Half-Life, like in the early 2000s. You know, maybe Warcraft 3 stuff, but activists got a hold of, like, during the pandemic, they really... You know, because there's not much they could do at home, so they would go after people they don't like. They would mess up their live streams. They would shut off live streams. They would dox you and do all kinds of stuff. It's a tactic of, like, fringe groups in order to intimidate people and say, we're going to silence you because we don't like you. You're not allowed to, you know, have a job and stuff like that. It's very on brand for, like, woke activists. It's what they do. I've been dealing with it for 6 years. Ever since I got, like, shadow banned, like, I've been the target of the far left for so long that it's super annoying. It's like 1 year we got DDoSed like 600 times, and we had to open a police report. You know, it was annoying. Why even do that? So you can silence people you don't like. You have to understand that fringe groups don't have logic and reason. They just have emotion and anger. Like, they don't believe that you can have a difference of opinion than them. And if you do, they're, you know, depending on how big your influence is, they're going to come after you. The crazy thing is, my haters... I am not influential anymore. Like, I barely make ends meet, and they're trying to make it so Amber and I go homeless. You know? It's not like I'm like Geeks and Gamers or like side-scrollers, and I have thousands of people watching my videos. You know, I just barely scoot by every day, and yet they target me because I'm a Christian and stuff like that. Like, it's really annoying. You know, they're telling me, you're not allowed to exist because we don't like you. We hate you, we hate your faith, we hate everything about you. You know, you've fallen off, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it 1,000 times over. Their reasoning is flawed. It is, there's a police report, William. It is trackable, but they use, what's the word I'm looking for? They use dummy bots to bounce off where the original signal is coming. We've had a police report for DDoSing ever since 2023. So it's been a 3-year police investigation so far. And it was combined with the swatting attempt against our life. So, like, the police took the swatting and they took the cyber attacks and, like, threatening emails and stuff very seriously. So we have, like, you know, there is a police report and there's an ongoing investigation with the district attorney, but there's nothing to come of it right now. There's just an official police report. It's been years though. 3 years, yep. 3 years with the police report, 6 years of harassment. We hope you're excited. I'm gonna go watch the Japanese Direct now.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
I want to see what Japan got. That's what America got. What about Japan? I want to see Japan. Nintendo Direct Japan. Show me Japan. All kinds of cool trailers. I am interested in Pragmata. How do I do Japan? Show me Japan. Japan. No. Dang it. How do I do this again? Clear? Backspace. No! Dang it! Wanna do Japan, because I want to see what's going on. Space. Japan. Japan Direct. I know they had a Japan Direct. Japan. Yeah! Wait, they had a longer one? Why did they get a longer one? They have an hour! What? Why did they have an hour? Why did they get an hour? We got 30 minutes. What did they get? What did you do, Japan? Oh, it is long. It is long. Let's go. They have a much longer Direct than us. That's not fair. They have like 45 minutes. Okay, all right, let's see. What do you got? What do you got? What does Japan get that we don't get? That's Monster Hunter. It starts with Monster Hunter. Okay. Let's go. Wait, no, that's not Monster Hunter. That's I thought that game already released. This is the Legend of Zelda game we just did. What are they getting? Wait, is this correct? Is this last year? What is this? No, this is now. Did Japan not get this? I thought this already released in Japan. Did it not? Is this the right Direct, or is this last year? I'm confused. I thought this already came out in Japan the same time as us. What's going on? Oh, this is an ad reel? So they're still trying to sell copies of this game? That's what's going on? And Japan does an ad reel interlude instead of the animation we get. Oh, so they're trying to get people. Yeah. So they're trying to get people to buy. This is games that are already available on Switch too. Yeah, already available. Okay. I mean, I liked Hyrule Warriors. I didn't think Hyrule Warriors 3 was bad. So we get an ad reel to see all the cool stuff they have in Japan. All right. This is like a Monopoly type thing. Ha ha ha. I love Japan. Japan's fun. This is the exact same date. Yeah. The Japanese Direct, they got Goramon Collection, Izumi 11, Tales of Berseria. Okay. It's the exact same thing. Okay. I say make Sonia playable. Yeah, it's a partner showcase. Yes, Tevia, I was. The day that Amber had her, do you guys remember when Amber was in the hospital because she had an ovary explode? Like, that's the day I got swatted. So I was up all night with Amber in the hospital, and I came home to do the Harry Potter game, whatever it was, Hogwarts Legacy. And as I was finishing up my stream, I had police outside my door. Because I was on a hit list for streamers that covered Hogwarts Legacy. And I was very distraught that day, so normally, me being up all night saved my life because I'm a martial artist. If there's somebody that comes at my door with ill intent, I'm gonna fight, right? So I could have had death by police. But I was so tired when I opened up the door because I'd been up all night with Amber in the hospital, and, we had an ordeal because she had an ovary explode. And she had to be rushed to emergency surgery, all kinds of stuff. So I was not at my A game. I was barely awake. I was going to get a couple hours sleep, and then I was going to go to the hospital again that day to be with her, and then she'd get to come home or something like that. Or I don't remember if she came home that day. I don't remember. I don't even remember what time I did additional streams. It's so hard for me to remember. I don't think I streamed again until like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, after the 10 a.m. stream or whatever. Because I was, I was pretty messed up. I had no sleep. I was up all night. Because I finished streaming like around, I think it was 2 in the morning, or no, 1 in the morning, the day before, and I was prepping the streams for the next day, and Amber was screaming upstairs, like bloody murder. And I called 911, and the ambulance came, and we were in the hospital from like 2 in the morning until they took her into surgery like around I forget what time. They took her into surgery like around 6 in the morning, something like that. It was rushed. And the doctors, like, they took her to a different hospital, and they told me that, I couldn't see her for a while because, I don't remember, but the ambulance that got her, I wasn't allowed to ride in it. So Amber told me, she was in and out of consciousness. She said, go home and work and get some sleep because you've been up all night. And then she says, come see me in the hospital and bring me home. So that's what I did. I streamed a little bit, and then I went to bed because I had been up all night. And when I mean I've been up all night, like, I woke up at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock the previous day, and then, like, I usually go to bed like around 4 or 5 in the morning, so I was up all night, I streamed, I got like 3 or 4 hours sleep, and then I went back to the hospital. Something like that. But yeah, these idiots put me on a list of streamers that, were supporting Hogwarts Legacy, and they swatted a bunch of people. They're insane. That's why I call them fringe groups. They're nuts. But had I been awake and, people were busting into my house, I probably would have fought back and had death by police. Because I was too tired. I didn't know what was going on. I was barely standing. If you go back and you watch the Hogwarts Legacy first episode, I was very incoherent. I was making a lot of mistakes because I'd been up all night. And I was worried about Amber. Because I didn't even know at the time her ovary exploded. They didn't tell me anything. I took her to the hospital, and she was just screaming in agony. I didn't know what was going on. Neither did she. She thought she had, like, a stomach virus or something. But she was really mad that I called the hospital. Or I called ER. Because she wanted to ride out the stomach thing, and when she was in the ambulance, that's when it burst or something like that. So we got very lucky. But that was a very trying day. I hated that day. I hated that day. That day was horrible. I like how they do a reel of games that are actually out. That's cool. We don't do that in America. We show stupid blocks building. You could actually build up hype for the system by showing games that are available to buy that people might not know about, Japan is just so much better at the video game industry than America is. They just are. They're so good at hyping up their products. But they've always been like that. Did you guys know that the GameCube commercials, like back in the day, like Japan had way better GameCube commercials than we did? Like, the GameCube looked like the peak system to buy if you were living in Japan. It had all kinds of great commercials and stuff like that. In America, our commercials were weird for GameCube. Like, they were targeting college kids and stuff like that. Like, the GameCube commercials in Japan were just, like, all over the place. They were so cool. This is Dragon Quest. This comes out, oh, Octopath, never mind. I thought they were going to do Dragon Quest, which Dragon Quest comes out. Wait, Dragon Quest already came out, didn't it? Yesterday. But this is what you do. You do a reel of games that are available now, so that people tuning into the Nintendo Direct, they're like, wait, these cool games are available right now? I didn't know that. Then you go buy them. I wish I was more excited about Fallout 4, but it's hard to get excited buying a game that is free on Xbox. That's true. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with the Switch 2, though, is Nintendo is desperately trying to get, like, all these games that were good on, like, PS4 and stuff like that, which is almost 10 years ago. And what they need to be focusing on are the new games coming out, right? And not so much, like, it's okay for them to put a port every once in a while, but their entire focus, like their business model, cannot be on, hey, these were great games that came out on PlayStation and Xbox like 2 or 3 years ago, or even 5 years ago. You can't really do that kind of stuff. Like, this game came out last year. I covered this game last year, Dynasty Warriors Origins, for PlayStation 5. The fact that this is out on Switch, too, and people said that the game plays great, that's really good. You know? That game's only a year old. That type of port, that's okay. Like, that's not a bad thing. It's not too old. It's relatively new. It's got recent DLC that just came out. It makes sense to have, like, okay, a year later edition, now available on Switch 2. That's fine. But games that are, like, so old, like 4, 5, 6 years, don't even bother bringing them over, really. Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's a different story. You know, that was a very ambitious game that has a lot of graphical nuances, and it's impossible for a lot of other systems to do. So, bringing over Remake and then Rebirth, that's a huge win. Because those games were, you know, exclusive to Sony and all this other stuff. And also, you know, they're probably doing this because Nintendo's really going to try hard to get Final Fantasy VII Part 3 on Switch 2. That's the only reason Remake and Rebirth are actually on Switch 2, is because Nintendo wants Final Fantasy VII, you know, Part 3. I'll be finishing this game today, by the way. Final Fantasy VII Remake ends tonight. 8 o'clock. You're waiting for a regular Nintendo Direct? Yeah. Okay, so Dragon Quest is out now. The Nintendo Direct that you're seeing right now in Japan, Julius, they have an ad reel. So they show a half hour of games that are available right now for the Switch 2, because they're trying to get people hyped to buy stuff that's already out. Whereas America just shows us, like, blocks moving. Japan's like, hey, these are the games that are available right now. Check them out. Also, we got lots of cool stuff to show you coming up. They're better. Nintendo of Japan is better at marketing their products. You can't argue that they're not. What were some of the things that I didn't like about Origins? I can't remember. It was a year ago. I think it had to do with combat, because Dynasty Warriors was just like fun hack and slash, like stupid gameplay. They really added an emphasis on like counters and blocking and you know, boss encounters and stuff like that. And the game was fun, don't get me wrong. But Dynasty Warriors at its core is supposed to be a game that's all about, like, just, like, hack and slash goodness. It's just stupid fun. And, like, Origins was not that. I don't know if I'm doing Intergrade, though. I don't really like the Sky Stones thing. Yakuza. Yep, Yakuza. I love the Yakuza franchise. It's so fun. It's like they took the concept of Shenmue and they just, like, really expanded upon it with the Yakuza franchise that Sega did. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get an actual Nintendo Direct, like a real Nintendo Direct, until March. They're really, like, for February, it's all about the partner showcases. And there are several games coming out in February now. Like, there's at least 3 games that I'm interested in covering on the channel, like, for the remainder of February. The dinosaur game, the Resident Evil thing, because we've got to see more details about what Leon actually brings to the table. The fact that I can play in first person or third person, playing in third person diminishes a lot of the horror aspect, you know? Whereas you're playing first person, it's like right in your face. This is out now. Dun, 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 dun. Yay, Dragon Quest! I don't have time to cover it, though. I love Dragon Quest, though. This is out now. I did the demo. And after the Mario movie, you're probably going to get a Nintendo Direct, yes. Like, once the Mario movie comes out, you'll get the Nintendo Direct. It'll be sometime in March, I believe. Actually, I think the Mario movie's April, right? So I think March is when you're going to get the actual Nintendo Direct. The only big first-party Nintendo game you have coming out next week is the Mario Tennis game, which I will be covering. So Mario Tennis, Dinosaur game will be simultaneously, because they both come out like around the 11th or something like that. If I could get to the Dinosaur game on the 10th, that would be great, because I'll be able to do Mario on the 11th. I will. Maho, the Demon King. How was the demo for Dragon Quest? It was actually pretty good. It's about 4.5 hours long. And of course, any character leveling that you do in the demo carries over to the main game. Now, I need your guys' help. Dragon Quest VII came out on Nintendo DS originally, right? Like, Dragon Quest VII was a Nintendo DS game? Or rather, it came out on PlayStation and then it came out on Nintendo DS or 3DS or something? Reimagined, yeah. Okay, so this is... The reimagined version would be the 3DS. Probably. It was a PS1 game and then it was on 3DS. Pokemon 30th Anniversary Direct is this month at the end of February. I might do that. Then again, I haven't played Dragon Quest. You're missing out, man. Tevya. Dragon Quest is really, really fun. Like, it's different than Final Fantasy. But it's a great RPG series. It really is. Like, I've been a fan of Dragon Quest for a long time. So that sizzle reel was actually kind of cool. It showed you all the upcoming... not upcoming. It showed you all the games that are out now to get people hyped up for what's coming. See, Nintendo in Japan, they are brilliant at marketing. Absolutely brilliant. You gotta respect them for that. This has extra content from the version and adds another brand new island. For Dragon Quest VII, I really wish I had time to play it. I don't, though. You know, especially with live streams being like 5 hours long each now. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time to play it, unfortunately. I'm surprised that my Final Fantasy streams are like 5 hours long. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now the direct starts. In Japan. Okay, guys, so you're seeing the Japanese direct now. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-ba-da-da. So we have a couple new games that we're going to be doing in February now. It is official. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Nintendo Direct をご覧の皆さん、またお会いできましたね。大谷翔平です。今回は
Baseball game
できるゲームを紹介します。こちらをご覧ください。
Oh, this franchise. Oh, it's a collection. Wait, is it a collection? Interesting. Software lineup. They don't even say partner showcase, they say software lineup. You never seen that baseball franchise before? You haven't seen any Chinese anime games on this? I didn't see any Chinese anime. Goemon! They're getting a Goemon collection? What? Super Famicom! I have that game! Where's the N64 game? Do you have the... Are you doing the N64 game or just the NES through Super Nintendo? Wow, they didn't even tell us. The biggest soccer game in the world. Look at how excited they are talking about this. Well, we wouldn't get a Goemon collection. The last Goemon game we got, wasn't it on the N64? It's been a long time. Nintendo hasn't done much with Goemon in America that I can remember. Oh, this Tales game. They just showed it for a brief second. They're like, by the way, this old Tales game is coming to Switch too. It's like, oh, okay. A musical RPG action game. Wow, they go by these real fast. Card-based fighting game. Constance, that looks cool. What's that? Konnichiwa, Nintendo Direct. Now they're going into that mystery game with mermaids. Yeah. We're also getting that game. That Constance thing looks interesting. Tales of Berseria. Japan always gets the good games. Adding the Goemon collection to your list of imports this year? That makes sense, Jotaro. They go real fast. Well, yeah, they're going to put more games in this direct than what we had. Probably. Hi, hi. Then I'm going to need to go back to sleep somehow. I'm going to add some Switch 2 games to my my wish list for me to cover this month. I still have to finish Metroid, though. I'm going to finish Metroid once I finish Final Fantasy, I believe. Hi, hi. Alright, so that dinosaur game. Coming soon. Yeah, games coming out on Switch and Switch 2, hooray. Oh yeah, Carmageddon, I still want to do that. Carmageddon is tomorrow. I want to do Carmageddon. It looks like stupid fun. Running people over. Yeah, Tokyo Scramble, there it is, pre-order. Available on the 11th of... It's like a day before Mario Tennis. Interesting. Okay, so 2 games back-to-back. Tokyo Scramble and Mario Tennis Fever. I'm going to be doing those. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole Tokyo Scramble game. The Star Trek Voyager thing looks interesting because it's basically XCOM. It looks like it. Maybe. At least the bases look like XCOM. Like the XCOM base, but I don't see any actual gameplay. Hey, Jotaro, we're getting a sneaky release of Blaze Storm. It looks like it's inspired by like old shoot-'em-ups of old. My birthday, actually. I don't know if I want to play shoot-'em-up for my birthday, though. Be pretty intense. Yeah, I want to do this. Granblue. Lost in Space, the first adventure? There's a point-and-click game coming out on the 19th of February that's now on the Nintendo Switch 2. Lost in Space, the first adventure. Comes out on the 19th of February. Was not in the partner showcase. Disney Afternoon Collection comes out on the 26th. Was not part of the showcase. Another point-and-click mystery game, this one by Axis Games, comes out on February 26th, called Path of Mystery. A lot of mystery games right now. And then, of course, Resident Evil's on the 27th. Tales of Berseria comes out on the 27th. Bomberman! Let's go! Alright, so definite playthroughs for the month of February that I can confirm for you guys. I want to look at Carmageddon tomorrow. Carmageddon Rogue Shift. I really, really want to play this. This looks fun. Then on the 10th of February, Tokyo Scramble. And then on the 11th will be the Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is going to dominate the channel, though, because I'm really good at Mario Tennis. So Mario Tennis Fever, my coverage will begin on February 11th. Wow, we get more Tales of Arise, too. They really show off the game. Cool. Okay, so that's 3 games so far. after Final Fantasy. Carmageddon, Tokyo Scramble, which is a new game, Mario Tennis Fever, that's 3. And then we close off the month with Resident Evil. But I'm probably doing the PS5 version. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. And I'm probably going to do the Disney Afternoon Collection too, so there might be some rage with that. I might rage out. And that's on the 26th of February. I could do that the 25th. And Resident Evil's the 27th. I can do it the 26th. So we'll see. The only reason I'd be interested in Resident Evil Requiem because of playing as Leon. Leon's my boy. So so far you've got 1, 2... Whoa. 3, 4, 5 different playthroughs that's going to happen. If I have time, I want to look at BlazBlue, Entropy Effect. It's a Dead Cells type game, though. That looks really cool. That comes out on February 12th. So I'm going to at least do one stream of BlazBlue, the new roguelike Dead Cells type game. I won't be doing the Viking thing. It looks terrible. I don't have time for no 3. I played the demo of Star Trek Voyager. It's the show, and you choose your own adventure book from a resource management and base building. So it's a base building thing, not XCOM? Okay. XCOM Star Trek sounds interesting. Hi. I don't even know how much sleep I've had today. I don't know. Yeah, that's a big one. Yatta! Rebirth. I was never good at the piano playing minigame. Mata.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth は6月3日発売。あのサッカーゲームがスイッチ2に登場。
This looks really bad. I'm sorry. This Football Kickoff, like, the graphics look so bad. Like, the Madden game that came out for Switch 2 last year looks miles better than this. Like, I don't know what happened, but it looks so cartoony compared to Madden that the Madden game actually looked pretty good. The one for Switch 2.
eFootball キックオフはこの夏発売。 主人公は月面施設の調査中に負傷したヒュー・ウィリアムズと
Pragmata
プラグマタと呼ばれるアンドロイドの少女ディアナ。
よかった。助かったね。
AI に管理されたボットと呼ばれる資格が2人を不正な侵入者とみなし襲いかかる。
何しやがる。シロ聞いてない。
強固な装甲を持つボット。
私できるかも。
ディアナのハッキングにより敵の装甲を強制解除できる。
ハッキング開始。
おい、どういうことだ。
このパネルを一筆でたどり緑色のゴールまで導けば成功。
それどころじゃないよ。今撃って。
露出した弱点をヒューが狙い撃つ。ハッキングは経由したマスによってダメージや効果が上昇することも。マルチタスクの中でプレイヤーの判断が選曲を。
Maybe you guys agree with this or not. The direct wasn't bad. I like anime games and Final Fantasy VII Remake series. Also, the Dino Subway Survival looks interesting. Requiem and Pragmata still will be done on PS5 though for live streams. Still some interesting games. Not as many ports. I give the direct a 6 out of 10. That's my final say in it. We high five. Give me your hand. Hua!
そしてアンドロイドの少女がこの旅で知るものとは。プラグマタは
Oh, I lost the card stuff so much.
発売。このダイレクト終了後、体験版を配信開始。
The Lost in Space game is also available on Steam. There you go. Yeah, but FIFA Soccer usually looks really good. Like, I guarantee you FIFA Soccer on PlayStation and Xbox look really good. I am really curious about this one. I can't wait to play this. Like, this is right up my alley as, like, an 80s kid. Like, we don't see animation style like this anymore. This is the anime that I grew up with. You know, like, anime that look like this. This screams 1980s. It looks so good. Because Americans were watching a lot of old 80s anime that was redubbed in the 90s, you know? So I grew up with this style of animation for a lot of different anime. Very common. It does look fun, yeah. 6 out of 10 for the direct, yeah. That's where I'm at with it, exactly. Dun, 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 dun.
使い方は様々。ツールを組み合わせることで思いがけない解決方法が見つかることも。探索中はいろんな生き物との出会いやちょっと寄り道して束の間の息抜きも。本作はお裾分け通信に対応。ソフトが1本あればローカルでもオンラインでもプレイが可能。果たして2人は
What am I gonna do for my late night stream? Should I look at a demo or something? The Orbital looks so good!
2人で挑む宇宙の冒険をお楽しみに。続いてはヘッドラインをご覧ください。ボードを巡りカードで戦え。ボード上の土地を開拓し資産を競うカルドセプトの完全新作が登場。ダイスを振り止まったマスでカードからクリーチャーを召喚すればそこはプレイヤーの領地。他のプレイヤーが止まれば通行料を得られる。
This looks up my alley. Love-ish? That looks fun. It's a lot of... Yeah, this is Cool Borders. 1996. I mean, it's only $11. Cool Borders might be interesting to do a stream of tonight. Nah. It doesn't interest me. More arcade archives. Hi, hi.
高速で展開されるレースで勝利を目指せ。そしてアーカイブスに往年の家庭用ゲームを復刻する新シリーズコンソールアーカイブスが誕生。ドラえもん、UFO、A Day in the Life など様々なタイトルを配信予定。
Nostalgia. I'm doing Cool Borders tonight. Stroll down memory lane. I'm not playing Ninja Gaiden 2 again. No way. I will look at Cool Borders though, because that's interesting to me. This is an upcoming RPG, I believe. It's also coming to the Switch, the American Switch. That looks like Frog! What? Why'd that look like Frog? That looked like Frog from Chrono Trigger. Yep, I'm doing Cool Borders tonight. I'm downloading that now. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so tonight's streams will be Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Final Fantasy Finale, and Cool Borders. Those are your streams tonight on this channel. If we get Super Bomberman Collection from the SNES, that means the N64 GameCube Bombermans from Heroes and N64 Bomberman Jetters from GameCube added to the NSO? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? That game gives you a Bubblegum Crisis and Cobra vibe? Yeah. I didn't get enough sleep. Alright, let me get the Final Fantasy stream set up. This is an upcoming RPG, isn't it? The Elliot thing. Hi, hi. Ouch! 6月18日発売。もうすぐ発売。ソフトラインナップその2。好奇心は海を越え、時を超える。 Of course they're gonna have Dragon Quest as part of their thing. Oh, never mind. This looks weird. This Reanimal thing? I don't know. Meh. Oh, the Spirit Camera remake. Or whatever. Hi.
任天堂スイッチ2エディションはこのダイレクト終了後配信開始。大迷宮ザナドゥへの挑戦が始まる。
Yeah, I'm interested in this one still. I want to do this.
首都が京都となった日本。この世と折り重なるようにして存在する異界が現実世界を侵食し始めていた。異界で戦う力に目覚めた少年レイは能力者たちが集う平坂学園へと転入する。学園の目的は異界の大元と噂される大迷宮ザナドゥの攻略。迷宮では自らの能力を高め地形を変化させながら探索エリアを広げていく。
I like that it goes from 2D gameplay style to 3D boss fights. That's kind of cool.
カウンター攻撃など持てる力を生かし挑む。学園生活ではステータスの強化や仲間との交流などザナドゥ攻略の準備を行う。首都京都を舞台に怪異と人間との戦いが始まる。京都ザナドゥ桜花玄武はこの夏発売。
Hey everybody, from all of us here at Bethesda Game Studios. If you're like us, Nintendo has meant so much to you from your early days of gaming to now. It was incredible for us to partner on the original Switch, and it was just such a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited to finally bring a number of our franchises for the first time to Nintendo. We hope you all enjoy the journey.
時は1937年。この世の秩序を変えることができる古代の力を狙う邪悪な勢力。阻止できる者はただ一人。見てろ。考古学者インディ・ジョーンズとなって世界中を巡る冒険へ。
That was a really good game, by the way. I love that game. I really had fun with that one. I haven't played Fallout 4 in quite a while.
拠点を築き探索範囲を広げていく。さまざまな出会いの中で誰と行動を共にするのか。勢力争いに巻き込まれながら自らの選択で未来を切り開く。エルダースクロールズオブリビオンのリマスター版が登場。この広大なフィールドには生活を営む人々、獲物を待つモンスターなどこの世界の時間が流れている。ここで何をするのかは自由。この世界を救う英雄となるもよし、一人の住人として暮らすもよし、ひたすら強い敵を追い求めるもよし。さあ、この世界をどのように生き抜きますか？任天堂スイッチ2にやってくるベセスダソフトワークスのタイトルをお楽しみに。次が最後のタイトルになります。こちらをご覧ください。
Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, no, it's not. They're not done yet. Okay, never mind. It's just Resident Evil.
アメリカ各地で発生する連続変死事件。FBI 分析官のグレースは捜査中、 事件の容疑者に拘束されてしまう。脱出を試みる彼女に襲いかかるのは未知の。
When is the Fatal Frame remake anyway? It's soon, isn't it?
所持品は限られた回復薬と弾薬。
Yeah, I'll be playing this in third-person perspective, though. I don't like first-person.
それとも弾薬を温存し次に備えるのか。死と隣り合わせの極限状態がグレースを待ち受ける。
The most fun I'm gonna have is playing with Leon anyway, because Leon's the man.
変死事件を追う対バイオテロ組織のエージェントレオン。
ラクーンシティの生存者が6人も同じ症状で死んだ。
高い身体能力を持つレオンは攻撃をタイミングよく弾き、ひるんだ相手の体勢を崩す体術や銃やライフルによる遠距離攻撃、相手の武器を利用するなどさまざまな攻撃手段でクリーチャーに立ち向かう。本作では2つのカメラ視点が選択可能。ゲーム中いつでも切り替えることができる。難易度は複数から選択でき、銃の照準をアシストしてくれる初めての方向けのモードも。窮地から脱出を試みるグレース。自らの力で道を切り開くレオン。二人の運命が交錯したどり着く真実とは。バイオハザードレクイエムは2月27日発売。またバイオハザード7レジデントイービルとバイオハザードビレッジが同日に発売。これら2タイトルとバイオハザードレクイエムのどちらを先にプレイしてもお楽しみいただけます。さらにオリジナルデザインの任天堂スイッチ2プロコントローラーも同日に発売。この夏にはグレースとレオンのアミーボも登場予定。ゲーム中に読み込ませると特別な武器スキンが入手できる。シリーズ最新作バイオハザードレクイエムは
Could somebody explain to me why it's a good idea to release the Biohazard games the same time as as a brand new release? I don't understand what the... That doesn't seem like that's a very good idea. Like, that's just me. I don't see why it would be a great idea to release older games the same day as the brand new release. Wouldn't you want to focus as much as possible on the, you know, the new release as opposed to games that are older? Wouldn't that take away sales from the new release? Like, at least wait like a few days, or like maybe, you know, or release the older games to build up the big release. Like, I don't understand that. Like, from a marketing standpoint, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get that.
Uncover the truth of Xanadu. In a Japan where Kyoto is the capital, another
yeah, I like this game. This looks really cool.
on our own. A world where monsters roam free.
I just want to get a good picture of it.
A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat.
That works. We're going to keep that like that. That works. So we're wrapping up. Your streams tonight will be Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 as a Ultimate Selects, part of our VIP program. Final Fantasy VII Finale will be tonight. And then Cool Borders, if you're curious how the PlayStation game plays on the Switch 2, that will be late tonight, because I'm a sucker for, like, snowboarding games, and there haven't been a lot of snowboarding games. The last snowboarding game that I remember covering was Steep, and that game was supposed to come to the Switch, and it never did. I'm surprised that Nintendo's not still trying to get Steep on the Switch too, but the Steep is such an old game. It was a fun game when it came out. It was a unique concept, but there really hasn't been any monumental snowboarding games since. So, snowboarding games are fun, you know? They're just stupid fun. So, I'm looking forward to Cool Borders tonight. And then tomorrow your streams will be possibly Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. Maybe. We'll see. Carmageddon, definitely. Carmageddon is happening. That'll be at 8 o'clock. That'll be later in the night. And then I might have an Ultimate stream as well. So whether or not I do Yuffie tomorrow all depends on how well Final Fantasy VII Remake's Ending does tonight. If Remake's Ending takes 5 hours, then no. It would be tomorrow would be Carmageddon, the first stream, Batman, and then something else in the evening. I don't know. Probably an Ultimate, because I'm all dependent on what people show up for. This stream did not get 1,000 views, which is crazy for a Nintendo Direct, but it is what it is. We did thankfully get super chats from both Naomi and Miss Deanna, so it's not like that, I woke up and didn't receive anything for my time, so that's good. There are a bunch of games that we will be covering that were announced in this Direct, so look forward to that in the coming months and coming weeks. At least 6 playthroughs are happening this February now, starting with, technically Final Fantasy was the beginning of that. Or that was in January. It was January? I don't remember. I think it was January. I don't know. So Final Fantasy's wrapping up. Carmageddon starts tomorrow. Next week will be the Dino, survival game in the subway. Tokyo, whatever. Scramble, I think it is. And then, of course, the biggest game that we'll be doing next week will be Mario Tennis Fever. And then, of course, we have some other stuff like Resident Evil and some other games sprinkled, like just to keep content consistent, like Disney Afternoon and stuff like that. So, mixture of brand new releases and nostalgia, like people from the 90s and 80s got you covered with like some retro stuff. And who knows what our Ultimates will have us play. But it's going to be an interesting February. I don't know what I'm doing for my big birthday stream on the 18th yet. I haven't decided. Probably won't be a horror game, though. I'll figure it out. But you guys have a great morning. I have to get back to sleep so I can get up at 3 o'clock to do the Marvel Ultimate Alliance stream. So you take care, guys, and I'll see you later. God bless. Happy gaming. Have a great morning. Thank you again to the people that provided super chats and memberships, because without you guys, this would have been a bust this morning. Later.